Are you inadvertently sabotaging your quest for a healthy lifestyle? In the relentless pursuit of well-being, the significance of dietary choices cannot be overstated. Many people aren't aware, but there are some really unhealthy foods out there, a kind of sneaky group of bad guys in the food world. These top 10 unhealthy foods can seriously mess up your plans for a healthy diet. They're like hidden enemies that you need to be careful of if you want to stay on the path to a healthier lifestyle. These nutritional villains, often lurking in plain sight, are laden with excessive calories, saturated fats, sugars, and a slew of additives. In this video, we will unveil the detrimental delicacies that could be derailing your journey to optimal health. It's time to confront the question: are you unknowingly indulging in the very substances that undermine your well-being? Number 10. Processed meats. Processed meats, such as sausages, hot dogs, bacon, and deli meats, are known for having a high sodium and saturated fat content. Furthermore, these meats frequently contain preservatives such as nitrites, which have been associated with an increased risk of developing certain malignancies. Consuming processed meats on a regular basis has also been linked to an increased risk of developing heart disease and other cardiovascular disorders. Number 9. Sugary beverages. Sugar-sweetened beverages, such as sodas, energy drinks, and sweetened teas, are a key contributor to an excessive calorie consumption, which can lead to weight gain and obesity in some people. These beverages' high levels of added sugars may also lead to insulin resistance, which in turn raises the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The healthier option is to consume beverages such as water, herbal teas, or other alternatives that do not have any added sugar. Number 8. Fast food. The majority of items from fast food restaurants include a high amount of trans fats, saturated fats, salt, and calories. The intake of fast food on a consistent basis has been associated with an increased risk of obesity, cardiovascular disease, and other health issues. These meals, which are often low in critical nutrients and rich in undesirable components, are a substantial contributor to dietary practices that are unhealthy because of the combination of these two factors. Number 7. Desserts and pastries. Cakes, cookies, pastries, and other sugary delights are frequently filled with refined sugars, harmful fats, and empty calories. Desserts and pastries, cakes, cookies, and pastries are some examples. These sugary foods can produce a sharp rise in blood sugar levels, which can contribute to insulin resistance and raise the likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes. When it comes to indulging in sweets, moderation is the most important thing to keep in mind, and choosing healthier options like desserts based on fruit is a smart choice to make. Number 6. Frozen food. While it is true that frozen meals offer a lot of convenience, it is also true that they frequently contain excessive levels of sodium, as well as other preservatives and harmful fats, in order to improve the flavor and lengthen the shelf life of the food. Consuming an excessive amount of salt is related with both an increased risk of hypertension as well as an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. When you choose fresh, whole foods and prepare meals at home, you have a better control over the components of the dish as well as the amount of nutrients it contains. Number 5. Potato chips and snack crackers. Snack foods like potato chips and crackers are frequently fried or baked in unhealthy oils, which contributes to the high levels of trans fat and saturated fat that are present in these foods. In addition, many of these snacks include a substantial amount of salt, which can contribute to an excessive consumption of sodium. It is possible to keep a balanced diet by exchanging these snacks for healthier alternatives, such as air-popped popcorn or crackers made with whole grains. Number 4. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners, such as aspartame and saccharin, have been linked to a variety of health risks, despite the fact that they are frequently marketed as a healthier alternative to sugar. Several studies point to a possible association between the consumption of artificial sweeteners and adverse effects on the health of the stomach, the metabolism, and even weight gain. Honey and maple syrup are two examples of natural sweeteners that, when consumed in moderation, can be a safer alternative. Number 3. Highly processed foods. Foods that have undergone extensive processing, such as certain breakfast cereals, packaged snacks, and ready-to-eat meals, frequently contain a mixture of refined carbs, harmful fats, and additives. Because they are deficient in important nutrients and fiber, These foods contribute to a diet that is imbalanced. Selecting foods that have undergone little to no processing at all, such as whole foods, ensures a greater intake of critical nutrients and promotes improved overall health. Number 2. Margarine. While margarine was initially heralded as a nutritional savior, a closer examination reveals a darker side to this seemingly innocent spread. Contrary to its health-conscious reputation, many margarine products harbor a hidden menace: trans fats. These artificially created fats have been unequivocally linked to an elevated risk of developing heart disease, shattering the illusion of margarine as a heart-friendly alternative to butter. Trans fats, often found in partially hydrogenated oils, are notorious for their adverse effects on cholesterol levels. They not only raise levels of low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, commonly referred to as the bad cholesterol, but also lower levels of high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, the good cholesterol. This unfavorable lipid profile is a recipe for cardiovascular disaster, as elevated LDL cholesterol is a major risk factor for atherosclerosis and coronary artery disease. The association between trans fats and heart disease is so pronounced that health authorities, including the World Health Organization and the American Heart Association, have vehemently recommended limiting their consumption. In light of this, the notion of margarine as a heart-healthy alternative crumbles, leaving health-conscious consumers to reevaluate their choices in the spread aisle. Amid this revelation, it becomes imperative to turn our attention to healthier fat sources. Opting for natural, minimally processed alternatives like olive oil or avocado not only provides essential fatty acids, but also sidesteps the detrimental effects associated with trans fats. The monounsaturated fats found in olive oil, for instance, have been linked to improved heart health and a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. Number 1. High-fructose corn syrup. High-fructose corn syrup, a common sweetener in many processed foods and sugary beverages, has been connected with obesity, insulin resistance, and fatty liver disease. High-fructose corn syrup has been linked to an increased calorie intake as well as an increased risk of metabolic diseases. It is important to maintain a healthy diet. Therefore, one method that might be helpful is to read the labels on food goods and select those that do not include added sugars or HFCS. Research has substantiated the association between high-fructose corn syrup and the rising tide of obesity, a health epidemic of global proportions. The high-fructose content in HFCS has been implicated in disrupting the body's natural appetite regulation mechanisms, leading to increased calorie consumption. This, coupled with the fact that HFCS is often found in items with low nutritional value, creates a perfect storm for excessive calorie intake and subsequent weight gain. Moreover, the ominous connection between high-fructose corn syrup and insulin resistance raises the stakes in the battle for metabolic health. The body's ability to efficiently regulate blood sugar is compromised when regularly exposed to high levels of fructose, potentially paving the way for the development of type 2 diabetes. As a result, individuals unaware of the HFCS lurking in their favorite snacks and beverages may unknowingly be contributing to their risk of metabolic diseases. Fatty liver disease, another affliction on the rise, is yet another consequence linked to the consumption of high-fructose corn syrup. The liver, tasked with metabolizing fructose, can become overwhelmed when faced with an excess, leading to the accumulation of fat in the organ. Over time, this can progress into non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition that poses serious health risks, including liver inflammation and scarring. In order to keep up a healthy diet, it is not enough to simply pick meals that are high in nutrients. One must also be aware of which foods and beverages to avoid. The 10 items in this video that are considered to be the unhealthiest are frequently to blame for obesity, cardiovascular troubles, and a variety of other health issues. Steps that are vital to developing and sustaining a healthy lifestyle include making choices based on accurate information, reading food labels, and selecting foods that are whole and only little processed. Individuals can set the path for long-term well-being and energy by steering clear of the unhealthiest foods and adopting a diet that is both balanced and varied in its composition. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.